Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Yeah, welcome to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. As you see tarot cards on your screen, you know it is time for a new moon reading. This time around, we are looking at the Sagittarius lunar cycle. So we're looking at the month of December, and this video is for the Leos, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, and Leo Rising. Before I get started, this is a general reading, so if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, feel free to check out your moon and or rising sign. I do have that link down below in the description box. This is going to be a typical 4-card spread, looking at the energies coming in for you or the energy that you should be tapping into, any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during this next month, Leo. And as we are underneath your sister signs, fire energy, we're looking at where you need to be like Nike, just do it. And as always, the soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? So let's just jump right into it. The first card that you have coming up in your spread, Leo, is a change in the wind. And I kind of like seeing this card here because we are in the mutable portion of the fall season now, so we're getting ready to wrap it up. We are ending the season of change, and I like that this card is popping up here because it kind of comes with this message that, yeah, Leo, you went right along with the energies that were coming in for everybody during this time. Like, you really harnessed those energies, and by doing so, you're going to see things transpire for you in a way that you maybe never even imagined. And I get a positive vibration from this message coming here. I do, however, want to say that I do pick up on this, like, the journey to this positive energy might have a little bit of tension, if that makes sense. But yeah, this month of December is all about things actually shifting for you in the physical and in a spirit, on a spiritual level. So some of you Leos might be doing something a little different at your jobs, or some of you might be having some conversations with friends and family that you didn't think you'd be having, but you're having them, and now it's changing things for the better. Some of you might be, making some changes in where you're living or how you're doing things. With the change in the wind, anytime I see this card too, I think about travel. So some of you might be, going on some adventures during this month, or planning some adventures during this month. But there is something shifting for you, Leo, and it's shifting for you in a very positive way, or the shift is going to be positive, if that makes sense. But I feel like a very important message, I pick up on the sense that y'all are very much so in your Leo. You see the changes coming in, you understand they're coming in. Some of them may seem a little sketch to you, and because of that, I feel like some of y'all Leos are like, this is the way I want it, this is how I'm doing it, this is what it is, so I don't want no parts of none of that. But with that being said, I don't think this is a time to go against the grain. We are underneath the Sagittarius lunar cycle. Sag is very adventurous. Sag is the archer. It shoots the arrow off into whatever direction it sees fit, and then he goes to retrieve the arrow and do the work and pick up on the energies that he needs to pick up on, and wherever that little arrow landed. So I feel like for you, Leo, this is not a time to retreat back into the lion's den where you're comfortable, but instead come out, explore the jungle. You are the king of it, and we want to hear you roar. So shit is shifting, and it's important for you to not go against the grain, Leo. So as things change for you, kind of let life lead you and take you to where you need to be. God or the universe or whatever you believe in will not lead you astray. Everything happens in divine timing, as it should, when it should, and how it should. So whatever is changing or shifting for you, you just need to go along with it, roll with it, and see where it takes you, okay? All right. Next card in your spread, Leo, is in the position of the crossing energies or the obstacles that you might be dealing with during this month of December. And you've got the counselor card, and I got a couple of messages for this one. First and foremost, this is from the water suit. This is from the cup suit, but in this deck, it's more so the element. So this is from the water suit. The counselor is technically the knight of cups in this deck, but it's a little different. I actually really like the Dreams of Gaia deck. I like that it's very elemental in it, and that the court cards are, is there a king and queen in this deck? I'm trying to think. There is a king. There's a king and queen in the deck, but there's not a page or a knight. Although the card energies do resonate and they are very similar, these carry a little bit of an extra message. The counselor, typically in this deck, comes with this energy of either seeking advice or being that person that gives the advice, or needing to speak to somebody, or working through things, or working through your challenges and your emotional traumas and things of that sort. However, this isn't a crossing position, so this does tell me that, Leo, your change is coming for you, but there are some things that you still got to work through. One message that I do get is that there might be somebody around you, Leo, that has some advice for you or has something that needs to be said to you, and I just pick up on this, like, you don't want to hear it. You're like, I'm not with the shits, I'm not about it, I don't want to hear none of that, not fucking with it, whatever. However, this card being in a crossing position does tell me that whatever that message is for you, whatever that advice is for you, it's not coming from a place of malice or ill intention, but it's coming out and coming through that person or through that situation, because that is who you need to hear it from, or that situation is what you need to be in to learn that lesson or to pick up on that energy. So as I was saying, to not go against the grain, that also means as spirit moves through people, or as the universe or God moves through people or moves through situations to show you things, you need to be mindful of them, and you need to take and heed the advice that's coming towards you. You can always turn these crossing cards, into upright positions, and I think it's very important for you to turn this counselor card into an upright position, because just in a literal sense, this card being in a crossing position is saying, Leo, you need some help. Being in an upright position is saying, Leo, you are willing and open to receiving the help that you need so that you can progress into this change in the wind energy. And that's the most important part here, because this is the energy that you're supposed to be in, or that you're supposed to be tapping into during the month of December. There are some physical and spiritual shifts happening for you, Leo, but you cannot complete them. You can't complete them if you're not doing the work or making the changes that need to be made. So, open your ears a little bit, open your heart a little bit, open your mind a little bit. And you don't have to take everybody's advice on everything, but whatever resonates with you, Leo, you need to look a little bit more into that and start doing what needs to be done. Okay, this can be an upright card for your spread. The next card that I have in your spread is in the position of the Sagittarius energy. Just do it. Take action, make moves. And you've got the 10 of water. A lot of water happening for you in this spread here. Which I think alludes to Sagittarius, although it is a fire sign, it carries a very spiritual vibration. I was gonna say Cancer, I'm thinking of the moon and water. I'm sorry, don't nix that Cancer. Sagittarius is a very spiritual sign, so there's a very spiritual energy hanging over us during this month of December. Water is a very spiritual element. It's associated with spirituality and emotion and intellect and divinity and intuition, right? So this 10 of water card in this spread, I think further confirms what I was saying about allowing life to lead you. But I think that your change with this card coming up here is more so on a spiritual level. It's more so on a subconscious level. The shifts and the conversations and the changes that happen for you during this month of December, listen, Leo, those things are going to turn shit around so much that it's going to be like you're living a completely different life. If you're having conversations with people or working through shit with people, it's like you're going to be in a completely different space by the time that this month comes to a close, or by the time that we start to move out of the Sagittarius energy. If you are, trying to make some changes in your career and in your job or in your dwelling space, just allow life to take you to where you need to be. And in a few weeks and a couple months here or whatever, you'll start to see, okay, allowing life to lead me, just going with the flow, just allowing myself to, embrace the change. Allowing myself to, embrace the change has gotten me to this point of, this abundant space, this positive space, this pretty much to a happy place, bars. And also, just generally speaking, the 10 of water, if you know anything about tarot, is the 10 of cups, which is the card associated with the energy of having your cups fulfilled, of feeling like you have everything that you need. All I have is all I need, of feeling emotionally fulfilled, feeling like your dreams have been achieved, your goals have been achieved, and feeling like you don't need anything because life is what you want it to be. So this 10 of water coming up here for you, Leo, I think is very important to say that you need to make moves based on the type of change that you want to see transpire in your life, but not in the sense to where you're like kind of dictating or controlling it. You just need to, move accordingly. Hear what needs to be heard, take the advice that needs to be taken, move accordingly so that you can come into this space and make it a positive change in the wind as well, okay? The last card that I have coming up for you in your spread, Leo, is in the position of the soul message, and you've got Violet, which carries this message of balance. The numerology associated with this card is 45, which breaks down to 9, which is a number associated with endings, ascension into new spaces and new energies, and also as a karmic number. I consider 9 to carry a very karmic energy. Cycles ending, chapters closing, moving forward, preparing yourself to move on into the next. And also, another little fun fact, this is the last card in this particular deck. So whatever wasn't working for you, Leo, or whatever you are no longer in alignment with, or whatever your little soul is just not rocking with anymore, I think the message for you here is very important. I think it's coming to say that you are really closing up some chapters. Like, you are very much connected to the calendar year as far as the energy goes. It's the end of the year. It's time to wrap things up. It's time to get rid of what you don't need. It's time to move forward into what you do. And that's kind of your energy. Not kind of, that is the energy that you can be lending to yourself during this month so that you can tap into this change in the wind energy coming up for you, okay? But you've got to be able to allow the things that need to happen, the conversations that need to be had, have them. Also, this 10 of water, a very brief message, a lot of water in your spread, so a lot of emotional healing and emotional things coming to the surface. So there are some things that are going to maybe weigh heavy on your heart, and maybe that's coming up here to say, you got to work through that. You got to release it so that you can come into this space, so that you can come into this 10 of water energy, so that you can actually take action on that. Violet, I also associate with Violet is purple. And I associate the color violet with the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. So 2 messages here for you, Leo, is that your intuition is not going to lead you astray. And if you're feeling pulled towards certain conversations, or pulled towards certain situations, or pulled to do a certain type of work here or there, or whatever it may have you, then it's very important that you do so during this month, because it's putting you in position, setting you up for this change in the wind to happen, okay? And then also with purple, with the crown chakra, I associate the crown chakra with this energy of all things coming together, of having all of the components that you need to line things up so that you are in perfect alignment, and now you are whole and you are complete, and now you have everything that you need to put out into the world, and you have everything that you need within. So, Leo, there are some changes for you. I keep saying conversations because I feel like there's some conversations that you're going to be having with people that are very important for you during this next month. And with that being said, these conversations have something to do with some sort of spiritual shift for you. Very important. I don't know what that could be. If you do, I'm happy for you. But yeah, Leo, this is a very important month for you to embrace change, and also embrace work. Embrace change, embrace work, and also just allow life to take you to where you're supposed to be going, okay? That is your spread. I hope it provided you with some insight. If you feel like you need a little bit more, feel free to book a reading with me. I'm having a holiday sale up through Christmas, the 25th. You're also welcome to drop any questions or comments down below. I try to respond to everybody. Check out that Sagittarius new moon video and the Gemini full moon video whenever I have that up, as those are the energies we'll be working with throughout December. And also, I like to reflect. So check out my 2019 tarot forecast that I put up back in January, going over the energy for this year. I do have one for every sign up, and I've got that linked down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and rocking with me, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.